Welcome, parents. Welcome to Back to School Night. I am Cecilia Russo, and I teach your students, your children, English 11 Pull-Out Resource. It is a smaller class, very concentrated though in our lessons and what we're trying to accomplish here. I do have an office hour meet code for you. It is S like Sam, X, G, H, F like Frank, M like Mary, X. The office hours are between 1:12 and 2:12 every school day. My email is cecilia.russo@gmail. I'm sorry, cecilia.russo@sayrevillek12.net. And you can email me anytime with any questions or comments that you have. The breakdown for the grades is 40% for large assignments, 40% for smaller assignments, 15% for the quarterly, and 5% for homework. I really give homework. However, I do encourage the students to read and to go over the materials that I've handed out in class. When I say handout, I mean everything is on Google Classroom. It's a great resource. Everything that we cover in class is there. We will be reading 4 novels: The Crucible, To Kill a Mockingbird, A Streetcar Named Desire, and Henrietta Lacks. We are not going to be reading the entire book unless the student wants to read the entire book. I will have PDF formats for them. We will be reading abridged versions, watching the movies. I like to assign projects. I like to have the kids write every day, and they do that usually in the Do Now. They arrive to class on time, I'm happy to say, and they begin the Do Now, and it's very interactive. The students speak to one another. They're very courteous. They turn their mic off when others are speaking, unless if they don't turn their mic off, we have tremendous static. So this learning experience is pretty phenomenal. I see teamwork and I see cooperation and students working together. Even though they're not in a classroom, they can still break off into small groups and work side by side, so to speak, with their Google Docs. They can see each other's work and help each other and collaborate as if they were in the classroom as a team member. Currently, they're working on a project slide presentation for literary devices, namely sarcasm. They have handouts, they have reading material, and we use Edpuzzle, which is a great resource. 2 to 3 minute videos, very interesting videos that the students watch, and the video automatically stops for a comprehension question. There are multiple choice questions and short answers, which I like because it gives the students an opportunity to write and refine their writing skills. So far, the classes are wonderful. I don't see any problem arising with the remote learning. Yes, there are technical difficulties, but I like to see the student. I like to see if they're with me or not, if they're sleepy, if they're distracted, if they're bored. You know, I like them to interact, and I like them to feel like they're here with us. That's why I like the camera to be on. It doesn't have to be on, but certainly I have the kids check in by saying, "Hi, Miss Russo," every 5 minutes or so, and I'll pose a question. If I think that the mic is off or if there's a problem, I'll just type in a little question on the chat. But I keep my camera on, and if the students cannot hear me or see me, they let me know. They've been very cooperative and very helpful in this whole experience. And I think that just from this experience, the kids are getting a lot from, cooperation and participation, yes, they're eager to see their friends, and this is a forum to see their friends, because while we're online on the Google Classroom, they could see whoever is in the class if the student has their camera on. If not, they can still hear one another, and they can respond to one another and ask each other questions and interact in that way. So far, I've had no issues with dress code or decorum or behavior. When a student, this is important, when a student cannot be in the actual classroom, that is fine. If they're outside in their yard, or even sitting in a car that is not moving in the driveway, if that's the only quiet place, I understand. But according to Marilyn Shediak, the student should be in the classroom behaving the same way as they would in a classroom. So if a student is driving in a car, I have major concerns with that for distraction, and I'm just going to have to remove the student from the class if they are driving in a car, because obviously that's not where a classroom takes place, and I have concerns for their safety. Other than that, everything seems to be going along very smoothly. Ask your students to share their work with you. I think you'll be very happy with their work so far. And I look forward to meeting every single one of you, if possible, during my office hours, or eventually one day in person. I've had many of your students before in other classes, or I've gotten to know them in the lunchroom or in the hallways. But again, my English 11 pull-out resource office hours are 1:12 to 2:12, and you are welcome to email me at cecilia.russo@sayrevillek12.net. That's CECELIA.russo, RUSSO, at sayrevillek12.net. Again, my Google Meet office hour code is S like Sam, X like X-ray, G like good, H like house, F like Frank, M like Michael, X like X-ray. Thank you, and I look forward to meeting every single one of you. Have a great evening.